Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever wondered if giving a child a smartphone too early might do more harm than good, or if kids can really handle the responsibility that comes with owning one? Well, let me tell you a story that might make you think twice. In the lively compound in the bustling city of Abuja, two neighbors, Mama and Mama Yeme, shared a bond as strong as family, despite their different parenting styles. In the lively compound, nestled in the heart of the bustling city of Abuja, the air was always filled with the sounds of laughter, gossip, and the rhythmic movement of life. Children ran barefoot through the narrow alleyways, their feet kicking up dust as they played, while adults sat on mats under the shade of tall trees, exchanging stories and selling goods. Life in this neighborhood was vibrant yet simple. The bond between the families in the compound was tight, a sense of shared history and togetherness woven through the years. Among these families were two women who, despite their differences, had formed a friendship that transcended time: Mama Olamide and Mama Binta. Mama Olamide, a woman of no-nonsense nature, was known for her stern discipline. She ran a small successful food store at the market, selling traditional Nigerian delicacies. Her life was governed by order, routine, and respect, and she expected nothing less from her children. At the center of her world was her daughter, Amara, a curious and bright 12-year-old girl with a sharp mind. Although Amara was often praised for her intelligence, her mother's strict rules sometimes made her feel like she was trapped in a world where fun and freedom seemed like distant dreams. On the other side of the compound lived Mama Binta, a calm and gentle soul who also ran a market store, selling handmade jewelry and crafts. Mama Binta had a relaxed approach to parenting, giving her children the freedom to explore and make their own decisions. Her son, Ibrahim, was a 12-year-old boy who had a natural talent for understanding technology and gadgets. He was different from Amara in many ways. Where Amara was thoughtful and obedient, Ibrahim was carefree, adventurous, and full of energy. Despite their differences, Amara and Ibrahim shared a bond like siblings, always together, laughing, playing, and sharing secrets. The two families often spent time together, their children running between their homes, causing mischief and exploring the world around them. Life in the compound seemed peaceful and carefree, with Amara and Ibrahim always at the center of it. They had their own world, one where they created games, helped each other with schoolwork, and spent their afternoons playing outside. One evening, as the sun began to set and the compound was filled with the familiar chatter of neighbors, Ibrahim looked up from his meal and turned to his mother with a sudden request. "Mama, I want a phone," he said, his voice filled with hope and excitement. "All my friends at school have one." Mama Binta paused, her hand frozen in midair as she was about to take a spoonful of soup. "A phone?" she asked, raising an eyebrow. "Ibrahim, don't you think you're too young for such a thing?" Ibrahim's face fell, but he quickly recovered. "But Mama, I can use it for schoolwork too. It's not just for fun, I promise." Mama Binta set the spoon down and looked at her son with a thoughtful expression. She knew the world was changing and her son was growing up. She understood his desire, but she also wanted to ensure he wasn't rushing into adulthood too quickly. "All right," she said after a long pause. "If you can come first in your class this time, I'll buy you a phone, but only if you prove to me that you're responsible enough to handle it." Ibrahim's eyes lit up with excitement. "I'll do it, Mama. Just wait and see." Over the next few weeks, Ibrahim poured his heart and soul into his studies. His once carefree attitude was replaced by a focused determination to prove himself. Amara, who had always been close to him, noticed the change. Wow, Ibrahim, you're really serious about this phone, huh? She teased him one afternoon as they sat together to finish their homework. Just wait and see, Amara, Ibrahim said with a confident smile. I'm going to get that phone and I'm going to use it to help me study better. As the school year came to a close, Ibrahim proudly presented his report card to his mother. Mama, look, I came first in class, he said, a wide grin on his face. True to her word, Mama Binta bought Ibrahim a brand new smartphone. Ibrahim could hardly contain his excitement as he took the phone into his hands for the first time. The sleek device seemed like a magical portal to a world he had never known. Games, videos, social media, and endless possibilities. He spent hours exploring the phone, downloading apps, watching funny videos, and trying out different games. He couldn't believe how much it could do. One sunny afternoon, Amara visited Ibrahim's room to find him engrossed in his new phone. What are you doing? She asked, peering over his shoulder. I'm just exploring, Ibrahim replied, tapping through the phone's settings and apps. There's so much to see. Come check it out. Amara, who had never owned a phone herself, couldn't help but feel a mix of curiosity and envy. Wow, this phone has so much, she exclaimed. I never knew there were so many things you could do on one. Ibrahim smiled and continued to scroll. There's even more. Let me show you something. He clicked on an app that Amara hadn't seen before. It was a video sharing platform that showed all kinds of strange and exciting clips. Ibrahim clicked on one of the videos and to their surprise, the video started playing. It showed adults behaving in ways that neither of them understood. The children watched, confused but intrigued. What are they doing? Amara whispered, her voice tinged with both confusion and curiosity. I think it's something only adults do, Ibrahim said, his voice low. I've heard older boys at school talk about things like this. Amara felt a strange unease creeping over her. Should we be watching this? It feels wrong, she said, her voice filled with hesitation. It's just a video. Ibrahim shrugged. We're not doing anything bad. It's just something to watch. But deep down, both children felt that sense of discomfort. Yet the fascination held them in place. They continued to watch, their curiosity slowly turning into something more intense, something they didn't fully understand. As the video ended, Ibrahim turned to Amara with a nervous laugh. Let's not tell anyone about this, okay? It's our secret. Amara hesitated for a moment before reluctantly nodding. She knew her mother would never approve of such videos, and her heart raced at the thought of getting caught. The children continued to keep their secret, sneaking into Ibrahim's room whenever they were sure their parents wouldn't be around. They locked the door and immersed themselves in the world of forbidden videos. The once innocent afternoons of playing outside or helping with chores were replaced by stolen glances, whispered conversations, and secret indulgences. Days turned into weeks, and their once carefree friendship began to revolve solely around their secret. The bond they shared, once full of laughter and light, was now tainted by guilt and confusion. Amara found herself wondering if they were making a mistake, but her curiosity, like Ibrahim's, kept her coming back for more. One afternoon, as they sat huddled together, watching yet another video, Amara suddenly turned to Ibrahim with a bold suggestion. What if we try doing what they're doing in the video? She asked. Her voice trembling with excitement and fear. Ibrahim froze, his heart pounding in his chest. What? No, Amara, that's not a good idea, he replied, his voice filled with both fear and confusion. But why not? Amara insisted, her curiosity overwhelming her caution. Maybe we'll understand it better if we try it ourselves. Ibrahim shook his head, his voice barely audible. I don't think it's right, Amara. What if we get caught? But Amara wasn't deterred. Please, Ibrahim, just once. We'll understand it better. Reluctantly, Ibrahim agreed, his heart racing with a mixture of fear and excitement. They made plans to stay behind in an empty classroom after school, hoping to finally satisfy their curiosity. But just as they were about to take the first step, the sound of footsteps echoed down the hallway. Panic surged through them as they realized someone was coming. Ibrahim quickly grabbed Amara's hand, pulling her toward the door. They bolted in different directions, narrowly avoiding the school security guard who was making his rounds. That evening, when Ibrahim returned home, he found his mother waiting for him at the door. "Ibrahim, why is your door locked?" Mama Binta asked, her voice sharp with suspicion. Caught red-handed, Ibrahim knew there was no way to escape the situation. He confessed everything to his mother, his heart heavy with guilt. Mama Binta, stunned and deeply disappointed, immediately called Mama Olamide. Both mothers arrived at Ibrahim's house, their faces a mixture of anger and concern. The guilt and shame on the children's faces spoke louder than words. Both families were shocked by the extent of their children's action and the realization that their curiosity had led them down a dangerous path hit them all hard. In the days that followed, the children were sent to therapy, where they learned about the consequences of their choices and the importance of making responsible decisions. The compound slowly returned to normal, but the relationship between the two families was never quite the same. Mama Olamide decided to move away, seeking a fresh start for Hamara in another city. Ibrahim watched as their moving truck pulled away, his heart filled with mixed emotions. He had learned a valuable lesson. Some curiosity leads to regret, and some mistakes are impossible to undo.